In the lands of MINHAL where shadows creep, an ancient king stirs from his deathly sleep. Orcs and goblins rise, their drums resound, to bring the darkness where light was found. From Dawson's fields where farmers stand, to Crack Swamp and the desert sand, unlikely heroes heed the call, to face the night, to stand or fall. Through the veil of malevolence we march as one, with axes high our will be done. In the fire's glow our hearts ignite, to break the darkness, to bring the light. Green Hollow's grove, the bards did fight, songs of courage in the dead of night. And in Abylos, where shadows lie, a beholder fell beneath the sky. Dragons soar in skies of flame, but we press on in our victory's name. Through mountains pass and underdogs maw, to break the chains, to crush them all. Now the final hour draws near, the king of old, his wrath we fear. But with our blades and with our kin, we'll tear the veil and rise again. Through the veil.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and our non-conforming friends, welcome back to another edition of Thursday MINHAL. We are late. Blame Devin.
I'm so sorry.
Leave a comment. Get in the chat. Let Devin know how you feel.
Leave a comment, say fuck Devin. I would say fuck Devin too.
Lay the hate on Devin, please.
So, yeah, welcome back, Cher. It's good to see you guys.
And since John's not here, I'll give it a little bit. My DMs are open, ladies.
Oh, dear.
I feel like we agreed to all dress up, and here I am.
You know what? Hold on, I'll fix it.
I would have.
All right.
Dressed
I'll
up
put
as
the
the
goddamn
safety
sweater
man.
back on.
No.
Thanks, Freaky.
Oh well, I got a mask. Give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. I got you.
Kyle, not that mask. We're child friendly.
Hey.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry. Where's the Do you have another? Where's the other mask?
There we go, Micah.
Down there? Oh, okay, cool.
To quote Taylor Swift, look what you made me do.
Oh, I'm digging the plague doctor mask there, buddy. You got it stuffed with posies.
Did it come with a red ball?
Oh,
Oh,
No.
you nodded it, you piece of cock.
No, I did not.
Ah.
I have a
language,
top.
Kyle.
Oh, am I not muted? Oh, shit,
No.
my bad, sorry. My bad.
Wow.
All right, I
My
fixed it.
bad.
Now I'm
This is
banned
getting
off
to
Twitch,
hate, right?
guys.
Sorry.
Twitch,
There's
don't do it. He's
always-
worth it.
There's always YouTube.
There we go.
Whoa, E4 Mafia Razimul? Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
There we go.
I
Nothing
put
says
the only
Halloween like a bathrobe and a duty cap.
And alcohol.
We
It's another
Okay,
day.
that's
Just
the-
do have our Rudy Nimble Digits shirt. I didn't hear no bell. It in our merch store. Link in the description. It is in the merch store, Mike. You could have that shirt shipped
I will
direct to your
buy it.
house. It
I
says,
will
I
buy
didn't
it."
hear no bell. Based on his Rudy Nimble Digits character from the Saturday game.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Rudius Maximus.
Have we had another?
I think
new
there's Sir
item?
Bennigan swag on there too.
Yeah, we need an upper crust punch me in the face shirt. Like punch full face shirt.
So guys,
or an upper crust.
I think we
That
came
would
here
be
to
cool.
D&D, but hey, what do I know? I'm just the stoner running the game.
Did we though?
Mike, you want to give us a recap?
I'd love to give us a recap. So we started our last session in a tiny little town where the party had just defeated a group of bandits. A new player in the story, Oakley, who is a druid monk, was injured and got some help from a cleric. He asked for alcohol, asked for the nearest inn, and he ended up getting injured in the only place with no inn within like 100 square miles. Don't quote me on that. From there, they decided to take a lead that they had of a ice dragon that was available in the area. So they started to make their way to said ice dragon. After a ice booby-trapped elemental laden valley, they moved on to a iced up bridge that was being affected by the ice dragon's aura. After some slip and slides by even our Goliath barbarian, who slid and slid at least once, there was a terrific battle with a centerpiece oriented on a frost salamander or ice salamander, some mephits, but through some great ingenuity and wizardry, they were able to defeat the salamanders and the mephits. After the bridge, the party moved on to the keep where the ice dragon is presumably housed. And there is a bit of an ethical quandary. Do we kill this ice dragon? Do we let it live? All bets are off as we wait in our short rest to see what happens next.
Yes, speaking of which, I hope you all did your short rest on your character sheets there at the end of the episode last week.
I leveled up.
Excuse me?
You said level up, right?
No, I fucking did not.
Oh, okay. Well, retract that.
So,
What
yeah.
he meant to say is he leveled up because he was the wrong level before, so now he's the right level.
Well, I thought if you MVP'd, you got to level up. I thought those were the rules.
Oh,
Fuck, Micah would be level 20.
yeah.
I'm
Higher
rocking
level
level
than
20
that.
right now. I'm rocking level 25 right now.
He's
Hell
a
yeah.
fucking Gestalt character.
Hey,
Oh, he's drinking
Kazarok has
whiskey
got a
too.
couple MVPs. Whiskey.
Absolutely. So, yeah, you guys are going to pick up right here at the entrance of this old abandoned keep.
That's a cool mask.
It's my Phantom of the Opera mask.
Put it on the cat.
The cat? Oh god, they would die. They would freak the hell out.
Sorry, Frankie.
your rest is ended. You all, like I said, you're in the tiny hut right now. Lehman's tiny hut. So, yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Razimal, before we go into this keep, please do keep in mind that maybe we can talk to this dragon before you just go start throwing spells or anything.
Well, indeed, I've already been talking with Galestra about it, so...
Okay, you
If
gotta
we
go.
if we can avoid a fight with a dragon, that might be the best.
I've heard you speak about this dragon, and I'm on board with whatever the party wants to do. I'm new. I just want to get to the capital and get a drink, but why are we after this dragon?
While you guys are having this conversation, explaining this to Oakley, I'm going to step away for just a second. I'll be right back.
Is
Well,
a mission from my god friend.
Your god friend.
No,
As someone
my god. What is the the common period? I don't know. The language is confusing sometimes.
I follow two gods, and I can understand that their messages seem insistent, sometimes confusing, but why kill a dragon for your god?
Who knows? Many reasons, and some are not known to us.
Is this dragon harming anyone? Is this area that it blights dangerous or destroying anyone's property?
I don't know. We didn't see any people, at least as far as I can tell.
Seems rather remote.
Make perception checks.
Everyone.
Everybody?
A dragon's lair normally is remote.
Yeah, anyone who wants to.
Hey, natural 20 for where's my
17.
perception? 25.
17.
Holy moly. A big whopping 10,
You're so perceptive.
right?
Yeah, so with a natural 20, Razamol, as you're looking around this place, it is frozen literally, and it's almost frozen in time figuratively. This is a pre-war with Full Windor Lee Keep. It looks like it was abandoned in a hurry. Soldiers that left here 400 years ago left in a hurry. You see bowls laying with cutlery still inside. There's chairs turned over, racks with weapons still in it, footlockers still full. This place was abandoned in a hurry a long time ago. And it is remote. This dragon so far appears to not be harming anybody. As a matter of fact, you were never even warned by the villagers of a silver dragon. They almost seemed confused at the notion that there was one in the area.
We know, well, they didn't know, but we know that there's possibly two, right? There was talk of a red dragon or something like
So,
that.
right, so the town had a protector named Lady Aelin. It's kind of like this knight who watched over the city or the little hamlet for them, and so they could flourish and grow. She had heard rumors that there was a red dragon nearby, and to cut it off before it got to the village, she took off, and they hadn't seen her for a couple weeks since then.
Okay.
But the red dragon was the only dragon that you had heard about.
Yeah.
Do you move forward?
Sure. Might as well go first. Let's go to
Yeah.
the.
And like I said, as you walk through here, there are swords just laying on the ground. And just
They look worth
history
anything?
just frozen. No, they look quite weathered from being exposed to this unusual environment. So they're rusty short swords, non-magical.
Any bows?
Give me an investigation check.
Plus 14.
14. Okay, let me roll a percentage die. With 5, you find some bows, but none of them appear to be magical, and the wood seems quite freezer burnt.
Okay. Short bows or long bows?
You find a variety of both.
I'll take like 3 of each if there's enough for those.
Okay. Mundane ancient short bows. Mundane ancient longbow. If nothing else, they're cool history artifacts.
Is there any kind of animal that's running around here?
You do not see any kind of wildlife.
Is there any books or anything? Any papers? Anything that has any writing on it?
Give me an investigation roll. Seems like this is an area where maybe guards stood in inside of the entrance.
Yeah.
So it doesn't appear like there's any books in this area. I know it's kind of hard to tell on the map, but this is two separate walls. This is a hallway
Yeah.
that leads here, and this is a hallway that leads here.
Did we get a long rest?
No, short
Short
rest.
rest.
Short rest? Okay. I was gonna say, because I haven't played in a minute, and he's still the way we were the last time I played with him.
Yeah, you were in the back last time.
They've had 2 short rests since you last played, Kyle. That's it.
So just take 2 short rests.
Go ahead.
Don't know what that'll do.
I'm gonna get you some hit die. Bardic is short rest, isn't it?
Should be at this level.
Yeah.
Do we hear any noise coming from either one of these hallways or up in front of us or anything
Perception
like that?
check. By the way, straight ahead of you, Kazarok, as you look down this frozen hallway into that open foyer, that is a fountain in the center, and the water is like frozen in its arcs.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a 20 for perception.
Oh yeah.
13 for Razimal.
You kind of close your eyes and listen to hear the sounds of anything, but all you hear is the wind.
Hmm. Which way do you think we should go, everyone?
Well, if you want to talk to a dragon, the highest, biggest place is generally where they like to be.
Would dragons being able to well, I guess that actually would make never mind, I would know that. It wouldn't be uncommon for Razimal to know that dragons could turn into like people, right? Especially considering like with Navir. Or would he feel like that's only certain like
Powerful dragons can polymorph. That's common knowledge that dragons often, and actually true polymorph. Very powerful magic, but that is how many of them kind of stay hidden when they want.
she or he, whoever it is, could be anywhere around here. I mean, if supposedly she was hurt or do we know it's a she? I think it was. Did he tell me if it was? I think Navir said she, right? Or used female terms. I feel.
Yeah, he used female pronouns.
And she could be anywhere around here. Could be anything, to be honest, if she's powerful enough.
I rolled super shitty on a stealth roll, so I revealed a token. I think everybody's passive perception is good enough. In the main courtyard, you could see the silhouette of a woman trying to hide in the shadows. Just observing you all.
Does she look hurt or anything like that? Or how does she look?
That would take active perception.
Sure, why not? 19 as I move forward.
19.
Else.
So she is standing up in her armor, shoulders back, but with your keen bird eyes, Razimal, you see a little streak of blood coming from underneath her armor. She seems to be trying to hide.
I'll move forward and yell out that I can see you there in the shadows. Are you all right? I can also see some blood.
Who are you to trespass here? And as she steps forward towards the fountain, make a perception check, everyone.
21.
15.
A 5.
nat
That is
one.
clearly a 7.
Holy shit, Devin.
On, dude.
Those dice are on fire tonight. Devin,
I got a good perception roll.
better.
as she steps forward, the light coming through, because as you step into here, you realize it's actually a courtyard open to the air. You see her shadow cast behind her
Oh, that's cool.
in the shape of a dragon. Who are
If
you
you're
to
injured-
trespass here?
If you're injured, I can help you.
She kind of instinctively reaches towards her midsection. I just need time to rest for my magics to restore. Then I should be able to do it myself. You're answering questions with questions.
I'll
Mine
kind
wasn't
of
really a question. It was more of an offer for help.
I'll step forward and say, I'm here looking for somebody. I was told they might be in the area.
Who do you seek in a place that is guarded as this place is?
Somebody that may probably call this place home, but also might go by two names at the same time.
I'm going to make an insight check.
Do I have to make persuasion? I
No.
don't think I'm being. I was gonna say I don't think I'm being deceptive.
I'm insight is wisdom, so I'm trying to gauge reaction to what you just said.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
She raises her eyebrows because she kind of gets that, that you understand. Well, that sword, where did you get it?
I'll kind of look down to it and pull it out and kind of hold it like long ways to inspect it. I can't even remember it has like runes up and down the blade, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it glows like
Yeah.
it sheds light.
I think we both know who gave me this spear. Or yeah, spear, fucking rapier.
Time to resume the culling, I suppose. What has he promised you this time?
He has not promised me anything. I am just a servant of his will, but
Servant
it-
of his will? Oh. Does that vile creature consider himself a god now?
he is to many people that I know.
Oh. Perhaps you'll allow me. And she begins stepping forward and turns into her dragon form and approaches the party. Gets right up to you, Razimul, and leans her face down. Will you allow me to show you some truth?
Only if you allow me to do the same later.
open your mind. And she locks eyes with you.
Now I will.
It is
Do
a
it.
DC 23 wisdom save, or you can choose to fail.
I will choose to fail because I don't even think I could make that if I wanted to. Even if I nat 20, I couldn't make that.
This is an ancient silver dragon, guys. But she is injured
Yeah.
if you choose to go there. Razimal, as you lock eyes, you could feel this magic wash over you quickly, and your astral form is pulled out of your body. And for a moment, you're just floating and looking down at yourself and the party. And then the entire landscape washes away in a blur of light. And you are over a ship on the ocean. And you move in closer. And there's members of the crew. It's a bright day, just wandering around. And you see two Kinku kind of leaned up against each other affectionately and enjoying the breeze. Your parents, who were the Minhalian equivalent of archaeologists, and they were ferrying on a ship across to the island of Navir to do some research and meet with some of the tribal people. And you can feel in your heart and soul this connection to these two people. You know who they are without being told. And your mother is holding a basket with an egg in it. There is a flash of light. In panic, they grab onto each other and look up. And in the sky, you see the silhouette of a dragon coming out of the sun. And as his radiant breath weapon tears the ship in half, you see your parents flying. The basket containing you begins to float away on the water as the ship sinks. The landscape flashes by again in a blur, and you see the basket wash up on shore. You see a member of the Dragonborn tribe picking it up, carrying it back into the jungle. It flashes again. And you're born to this Dragonborn tribe, growing up. But in your astral form, you're able to look behind you. You can see Simon peering out from behind a tree. Flashes. You're training with your weapon, Yaga at your side. Again, you turn around and you see Simon watching behind you. You get this feeling of your whole situation being orchestrated from the moment your parents got on that ferry. And suddenly, you're pulled back into your body, staring into the icy blue eyes of a silver dragon.
I think one experiencing this for the first time, all this flood of information, and two, the information that he did feel, I do feel like he would like partially collapse or like maybe go down to a knee, to try to like gain his balance and try to figure out what is going on. And I think the first thing he would probably say is, how do you know all that? I've never seen you. I've never met you. You weren't in those dreams.
You were there. I just had to unlock the memory.
Would I be able? I don't even know if like insight is the right thing for it, but like how would I be able to tell if those were like true memories or something like that?
Make a personal insight check on yourself with advantage.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, 12 or a 10, so 13 total.
You feel a part of you believes what you've seen, but it contradicts, everything you've ever believed. It's that
Mhm.
clashing of this like really strong belief that you've seen and held your entire life, coming to terms with a reality that does not match. This is the super religious soldier experiencing the hell of war, questioning his faith kind of moment.
He'll kind of sit there and pondering everything and thinking back on all of his life and just kind of. I think the biggest question he would probably ask is just why? Why him?
Also, in taking the deal, Razimul willingly gave up Yaga. How's he feeling about that realization?
He.
I kind of sprung that one on you if you need some time to think
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, that's a pretty deep one there. So, but
Yeah, because the deal partially was
she
to.
starts to answer the question of why. You short-lived mortals are not the only ones with ambition. And Navir is a very, very old dragon. Anytime he thinks that somebody might become competition in his dreams of ascending to godhood, he calls about every 400 years. He comes down, and those of us who have gotten older, suddenly there's adventurers getting quests left and right to hunt us down. Wonder if he thinks that we don't know it's him. Or perhaps he finds it more humorous that he sends you all to do it for him.
So Navir's a gardener.
I think Razimul's going to ignore that comment. But at the same time.
What is, like he plucks the weeds?
In a way. But he has his garden. He tends. He thinks he's the Lord, the man who's in charge of the farm, but he sees threats and he decides to pluck what bothers him. He tries to make artificial balance in something that he is not in charge of.
May, the culling, it happens. And you've caught me at a disadvantage. And she looks down at her side, which is torn open. It seems Tizru the Mad has heard the culling has begun too, so he fled his lair and moved south. Started causing issues, so I went to fight Tizru. And now I'm injured for it. But so was he. His rampages should stop, at least I hope.
So now we choose to be tools of the gardener. or to let nature take its course?
He'll kind of, after thinking for a while, but hearing about this other name, he'll say, "This is the. He is a red dragon. This. What was it? What was the
Tizru.
name? Tizru. Is it?
Yeah. Tizru.
You know what? Let me write that down because I
Oh
will-
yeah. Oh yeah. You should probably write it down. That's gonna come up later. It'll be on the test.
What was the spell one more time?
Tizru.
Yep.
The Mad.
Okay.
Tizru was always a bit mad, but now that Navir has begun his task again, he's grown more wild.
What will
Razimal
you do?
kind of. Go ahead.
What will you do if we allow you to grow more wild?
I do not keep a hoard. You could search this entire lair, and you would not find one. My hoard, believe it or not, is all of you. There's still a lot of this continent that many of you do not live, and I have spent my 900 years traveling hamlet to little hamlet, acting as a guardian until the towns were capable of taking care of themselves. And I move on. Remember, when Brighton was a small fishing village.
What was the name of the local hero again?
Lady Aylin, or Dame Aylin,
Like Alyn, or I'm terrible at spelling.
it's Alin, and then
I was so close.
the dragon's name is Aelin Drax. Alin.
I got Aelin Drax.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are this mysterious warrior we've been hearing about, this Lady Aelin.
That is what I go by in my other form. You see, this many hamlets, not so trusting of dragon. So I choose to appear in a form more suitable for introductions. If you spare my life and you allow me to live, I will bestow on you 2 gifts, quite powerful.
Is you
Or
talking to me or like the whole party?
it's to the whole party. You all came to kill her.
Brex will walk forward with his hand kind of outstretched, and like little purple, like little ringlets of magic will start swirling as he goes to cure wounds her.
Nice. Go ahead and roll that healing. 21. Okay.
Damn.
That's a good cure
Doing
wounds.
damage.
You watch as the bleeding subsides and the wounds begin to close, still pink on silver flesh.
I'll cure wounds too. 9. Not as
There
cool.
we go.
Hey, it's fine. Healing's healing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, every HP above dead is good.
She bows her head,
Agreed.
and Razimal, as your friends heal her, she looks at the ground and blows an icy breath at your feet. You could feel the chill, but you take no damage. And you see a long sword made of ice on the ground.
Pretty.
What is this?
A token of my appreciation should you choose to allow me to live.
Razimul will think, and he will pull out of his pack the what the fuck is it? What's it called? The Phoenix drink or something we got from the town of the desert that gave me pretty much like 3 potions of healing, supreme healing. Remember what I'm talking about? It was an expensive wine I bought from a restaurant in the
Yeah,
last big
I
city.
remember it vaguely, but it was a magic item I made up on the spot and relied on you guys writing
I'm just
down.
letting you know. Yeah, I didn't write it down. You just told me it was supreme healing or
Okay.
something like that. I will pour out a drink, like or a cup of it, and lay it next to the sword. And Razumul will not pick up the sword yet, but he says, I need some time to think, and I think he's going to walk off to kind of be alone for a second. I guess he'll just go to the entrance. He won't do nothing crazy. But he needs some time with his thoughts, especially after everything he's been told.
Kazarok. That is your name, correct? The dragon says to you.
Indeed, my lady. And he bows. He says, Silver dragons are not unknown in the great mountains.
It's been a while since I've been to Vinsk.
And yet I'm here to kill you. Should that be what my companion chooses?
Quite unfortunate.
Indeed, it is, my lady. It would not be my choice.
No doubt the fight would be fierce.
It would be a good way to meet my ancestors, indeed.
And that you would.
And I walk up next to her, just get a measure of the magnificence of this silver dragon. I've never seen one as old as you, I do not believe.
Has Navir not shown his true face? He's much older than
No.
I. Flattery is accepted and will get you far. Should I live, Kazarok, you may have this. And she reaches up and she breaks off a piece of one of her horns. She hands it down.
Hell yeah.
If you choose to allow me to live, no matter where you are, as long as you are on this plane, if you sound that horn, I will come. And that's basically the way of explaining. You have the Horn of Aelendrax. This is a wondrous magical item. One time during this entire campaign, you can blow that horn, and if Aelendrax is still alive, she will appear to assist you.
Beats the hell out of the
Awesome.
sword.
You think?
I will add that to my notation.
I want to do something crazy, Frankie.
Okay.
Razumul will find like a wall, or he'll just like go into the corner and kind of sit down. And I don't know if I can do this spell the way I think I can. But he's going to try to. He's gonna cast Dream on himself, and he wants to see if he can either see the same memories or maybe like unlock the same memories that she showed him to see if they are the same or 'Cause he's not full like with everything, his past, his beliefs. He wants to know if these are true, and instead of somebody else forcing the memories, he wants to see if he can find them himself. If that's something you think the spell could do.
Don't
You know,
think you can target self with dream.
okay. Glad I asked. Okay.
You could sleep and try to dream about it. I mean, I don't know how else to
Actually,
say this. This was like the most vivid of vivid dreams. You were there. You remember clearly. It's not like when you came back to your body, it was like a wispy memory. You remember clearly everything you saw. You remember the creases on your mother's brow when she looked up into the sun, to the silhouette.
would would I don't know how it do I have to know the person's name? Hold on, let me read it some more. Okay, so it doesn't say a name. It says you target a creature you know. Could he try to target his mother and see if she is still alive?
Do they need to be asleep?
I believe if the target is asleep, the messenger appears in the target's dream. If the target is awake when you cast the spell, the messenger knows it. So I would know if they're awake. So that would at least tell Razimul if his mom is still alive, in theory. Otherwise, it just wouldn't work. I feel like I don't.
It's just a creature you know. It's not restricted by planar boundaries.
It has to be on the same plane of existence.
Okay. The messenger knows that your mother is awake.
All right. Well, I burned that spell. Because I can wake myself up. I think at any time. Um, I know that she's awake. I don't know how the spell. So the spell is a duration of 8 hours. I don't know if that means I can use it from any time.
So,
between
like, the
now.
reason why you didn't see what happened to your parents is because your basket floated away.
Yeah,
You
that
don't know.
I'm a baby. Yeah. He was just trying to confirm if he had parents, because as far as he knows, he thinks they're dead. Like that was what was
Correct.
he was told as a kid, was that there was a shipwreck and everybody was lost, and he landed up on this island, was what the head priestess told him.
Yeah. And above the table, Devin, I do not know how I can convey to you anymore that
I know
that's
I'm
the
just,
truth. Like,
yeah,
I don't know how other ways to say it. This happened.
yeah. I'm just trying to like RP it out because this is a lot for a character to find this out. Like his entire I mean, he's been going through it. And I did it in the off time RP. This has been on his mind for a long time now, especially once it came to this quest and the rest of the party weighing in, because these are people he trusts, at least for the most part.
Then talk to him, man. You're brooding in a corner by yourself. You should get their opinions.
I know. That's why he's trying to confirm this. Yeah, I guess I'll start walking back and see what everybody else is doing. What is everybody else doing? Everybody else is remotely quiet. I need a refill.
Kazarok looks like he's speaking to the dragon.
Because Brex probably locked arms with Juniper, standing next to Juniper.
Oakley, what are you
Uh,
doing?
He's freezing balls.
He's stuffing his face, is
Yeah.
what I see.
Oakley's doing one of these maneuvers, but he's to the side. He knows he's not new to the group. Um, he's definitely eating right now. Sorry, guys, but but he knows he's still a kind of a third party to this. He's willing to lend his insight and what he knows of the balance of nature, but he's just waiting to see what happens. But he's definitely on this silver dragon's side. He knows and he recognizes from the area that this silver dragon isn't a enemy of balance. If anything, he's very skeptical about Navir and his attempts to try to control the dragons of the area and to hold his own power. So he sees that as an artificial thing that is not part of nature. Navir is only attempting to keep a balance in his own little world, his own little garden, without following the balance of the world.
Did you speak that to the party, or was that just inner thoughts?
Just inner thoughts. The biggest thing is like when you talked about Navir being a gardener. That was out loud. Everything else is to himself.
sure, enough. Flash the camera. Um. Rasmul, seeing everybody how they're acting, and realize he's been with this party for some time, but I guess not a lot. Not really that much time. Like it's been what altogether, maybe a month, 2 months since, right? Or
I was fixing to say, I think in the entire party, me and you have known each other the longest.
yeah,
Yeah, and see, Desert Trip is 3. Believe it or not, everything that happened in the desert happened in 3 weeks. So yeah, it's just a little over a month.
okay. Not to like discredit it because we've gone through a lot in that
Oh yeah.
1 month,
Oh yeah.
and seeing how, I mean, he Razumul has definitely not necessarily like felt it, but he's already gotten and understand how people have felt about this. There's not a lot of people that are on board with doing this, but are doing it just for the sake of this is something their friend might have to do or whatever. But taking that all into consideration, he will kind of look around and say, "What are if we don't take this course of action? What are we going to do? Evir is going to want blood. I mean, there's nothing to say he doesn't come here himself. I mean,
Oh, he led you right to me. If you believe that I am staying, you are wrong. I will go to the village, tell them that chase the dragon further, and they've come a long way. They should be able to, hopefully, protect themselves while I go into hiding.
he's as
Uh,
old as you say he is. Wouldn't he be able to find you? Wouldn't I mean that's how he told you. That's how he told me you were here in the first place.
After a few centuries, they all start to blend together. I should have been more prepared for this. It's not the first culling I have survived. Do not think because Navir calls himself a god that he is omniscient. I have quite powerful magic myself.
Oakley goes over to Razumul and says, "I can see you're the most invested. in confronting this dragon. How so?
We have not known each other long, friend, but where I come from, as I said before, Navir is worshipped as a god. We have been taught.
You say that, and she spits an icy loogie behind her.
Um, he won't say or respond to that, but he is worshipped, and I mean, we have known. I mean, it is taught not so much that they are callings, but they are. I guess his understanding would be that it's troublesome dragons that are like disturbing the peace.
Yeah, and not just
like,
that, but
talking
if the dragon population went unchecked and the dragons
guess
were
that
able to build up their population again, what danger would that pose to civilization as it is now? And Navir believes himself to be doing that. Like I'm protected, but after a while it kind of became, well, maybe I pick which dragons I choose instead of just culling randomly, and kind of warped his what he thought was virtue into being a way to keep his seat at the top.
Razvan will also basically explain like to where he comes from. Navir is revered as the god of dragons, which is why he does this task, um, and stuff like that. That being like the tales of like the gods used to be on this plane and stuff like um that they I don't know if it would be like too far to say like the other gods told Navir basically to keep his like basically his people in check in a sense. Um his people being like the dragons obviously. But
I could see that being a tale that's told now, whether there's truth to it or not. But yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
serve-
that would be his understanding or what he was taught and what his beliefs are.
You must follow your own way, but I will tell you that I serve two gods at once, Callisto and Altor, and just know that if they were all powerful, and if they were capable of changing events, they'd be here now, not working through people like you or me. Make your choices on what makes sense to you and draw power from them rather than them drawing power from you. And then Oakley walks away.
So may I flee, or shall we roll initiative?
What's his initiative?
Oakley goes nose goes.
Rex will kind of look around to Razimal and everyone. I'm sorry, Razimal. I understand your way of life, but I cannot condone such murder of a being that has done such good. So if you do choose to go forth and fight, I probably will sit out.
Agreed. And there's no beer here, and I really need a drink.
There's mead, cold and preserved.
Oakley's eyebrows raise, and he says, "Where?"
Oh, the pantries are this way. Let me ping for you.
Oakley moves to the pantry with disregard for the rest of the party.
And yeah, there's Oaks. Make an investigation roll for me. Let's see what you find.
Oh man. Ooh, still pretty good. 17.
Yeah, you find all kinds of spirits in here. They kept a stock at the keep. You find some whiskeys and some rums and yeah, a few bottles of mead.
Hey,
The only problem
rum.
is, even with their high alcoholic volume, it is so damn cold in here. They are all frozen right now.
He takes his mouth, tries to open one, and like his lips seal to the edge, so he has to pull off his lips, and he's like, "I'll save this for later." And he just starts stowing as much as he possibly can find.
Okay, let me roll. I will say that you are able to get intact 8 bottles.
Hell yeah, that's like 8 minutes of drinking.
It's perfectly preserved in this icy wilderness.
Juniper will walk over to Razimal. She'll look at him and say, "So, what have you chosen then? What's your decision?"
I'll kind of look around and kind of seeing that the party has made a decision. Say that you realize we're going to make an enemy out of one of the oldest dragons known to man. If we do this, right?
Rex will
And
kind
I-
of chuckle and go, add him to the list.
The dragon looks at you, Kazarok, as like you're examining her and she's beautiful, and she goes, "Hop on.
Up.
I can see that you want to."
Those are great words in English.
Kazarok will kind of take a deep breath. And I don't know how you mount a dragon, but I imagine he just
You climb up, man.
flings
Oh,
his
She's got horns
Mount
and
Flings
that
scales.
dragon, Eric. Mount that dragon.
arms. Oh yes, I mount
There
her.
it is. There it is.
So there we go.
Funny
so
enough,
I
it's
approach
hard
the
to saying
dragon.
that.
I approach the dragon slowly. I caress her scales gently.
Just like his love
I
life.
grab a.
Eric, I was
grab
trying
a
to do
horn.
something really cool for you, and remember
Everybody
you.
else was ruining it.
My party can made me do it, and I grab a horn and I swing my leg over.
Yeah, you swing that leg.
Yeah, and the wings unfurl out, and you all get pelted with snow, and she takes off. Kazarok into the
Saturday
sky.
night.
She does a couple loops. Kazarok, you're kind of used to the cold, but now that you're at altitude on the back of a silver dragon, you're starting to feel the wind as it pelts your face, but you're still smiling wide as she does a couple loops, and she tells you to hold on tight, and I need a strength roll or a strength save from you as she does a barrel roll to hold on.
You better hold on tight. I just died in your
Ooh.
arms tonight.
It's
Oh,
11.
no.
You slip.
That wasn't that one.
Yeah, you slip
Down.
and begin to fall, and panic rushes into you, and she swoops underneath, and you land on again, and she flies back down and lands.
While they were up flying around, Juniper will look to Razimal and say, Razimal, this is your decision. I know Navir is the one that you draw power from. So while we have our reservations, it is your decision to make, and yours alone, on what you would want to do.
He'll kind of put his arm on Juniper's shoulder and kind of say, "I wish that were the case, but I can't condone another person dying for a decision that I would make. Not saying that I would make this decision, but I will say that we need to prepare because this isn't the dragon we're going to fight. there may be another we're going to have to, and I don't know if that one's going to be much better.
So you're choosing to spare this dragon then?
I think the party has chosen to just spare this dragon. If not, she just went away with our tank. He doesn't say that.
So
And he almost died.
Juniper
Oakley-
will
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Juniper will smile to Razimal and pat him on the head and say, "Good, good. That means you chose correctly, and I don't have to stop you."
Oh!
Oakley
Mm.
runs back to the party and says, "I found a bottle of mead, just one, but we have a bottle of mead."
I think
And-
Frankie said spirits,
And I said,
which
yeah,
would
there's some
mean
whiskey and some rums, and yeah. And Aelindrax looks at the sword and to you, Razimal, and she nods. If you choose to wield my weapon, I might assist you with the problem that we both have. And she unfurls her wings, and she's not waiting to hear a final answer, and just takes back off. Flies away.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed.
Do I want to be my god sugar daddy?
Or sugar mama.
Oh, I guess, yeah, sugar mama. Sugar mama. Do I want sugar mama or sugar daddy? Oh, fuck.
Dun
Husband's
dun
better.
Bills
dun.
get paid and the Prada purses come in. That's all that matters.
Now you see why I said, Razimal, I can't even start this game without you here.
I'm so sorry.
I think I know who's sexier, but that's just an opinion.
Azarok fell in love flying up in that sky.
Oh yeah.
First Goliath in 2 millennia to ride a dragon.
The first person to ride a dragon in a long time since
Yeah, Gruff,
Gruff, yeah.
the dwarven dragon rider. So, you all, as the dragon leaves, can make investigation rolls if you want to search this place.
Heck, yo.
I'll use guidance.
A dirty 20.
Damn,
Like 'em dirty.
That's pretty
we
fitty.
like 'em dirty.
Yeah, we do.
11 for
Nothing-
Razimal, but he's more, I guess.
My rolling luck is good tonight. I got a 4.
I was to
Oh,
say, I think
yeah.
Rex is
Oh.
pretty excited. That was
That
a
was
really cool dragon.
it's an 18 for Juniper.
All right, you guys find in coinage 20 platinum, 2,570 gold,
Ooh.
8 silver, 15 copper.
Nice.
Amongst all the loot and stuff, there's not much in the way of magical weaponry. But you do happen to find a +2 dagger. And that's in an old rotten footlocker at the bottom of the soldier's bed. And look at that. A +2 longbow is here as well.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
Bless you.
That's your loot. You guys can choose to rest here. This is a safe place. You still have. It was about 3 o'clock, so now I'm going to say it's about 7 in the evening. So the sun is almost completely set. And you are pretty sure that if you hit the road nice and early, you'll make the capital tomorrow.
Ooh.
So would you guys like the long rest?
Yes, but we should get out of this frozen tomb.
Yeah, it'll take quite a while for the many centuries of Aelindrax's aura to kind of dispel here. This place will stay frozen for quite some time. Much.
She's got a tiny hut. That's temperature control.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you got the tiny hut. Pretty sure you guys got the fortress too, don't you? Don't one of you have the fortress?
I had the fortress.
No.
I didn't know it was temperature.
Oh no, you guys
control.
have the tent.
Oh yeah, we have the
Yeah.
tent.
This
I
is
have
my
both.
this is my party that
Oh.
has the tent.
I thought Kazarok got the fortress.
No, I did.
No.
That was the Sphinx reward.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought he opened one chest and I opened the other, and I got the cards. He got.
Bronmere had the
Oh,
tiny
Bronmere.
tower.
Yeah, Micah, Mr.
When
Table.
yep, when you play at every table, it's
All
hard to keep them
tables.
straight.
Kind of meshes together.
Especially since it's the same story, just different characters.
Yeah.
Although I will tell you, this is the first time that kind of interaction has happened with the Silver Dragon. I made all of that up on the spot. Other than I kind of knew what your parents' story was and what this was coming to. I've known since we started the campaign, and you said you wanted to follow Navir, so.
Well, Micah is still going through new stuff on Sunday, actually. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's stuff that I haven't done yet on Sunday.
Oh yeah, because you didn't get here at the beginning.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, so you guys can go ahead and take a long rest.
Done. Done did it.
Can we see the night sky at all in here?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. There's areas of open roof.
As we're getting ready for a long rest, Juniper will just kind of go off on her own, and she'll say a prayer to Dauntus, uh, thanking him for giving her the power to help those people in that village, and giving her the strength to come in here to this dragon and stand by as Razzle made his decision, and then look up at the stars and the moon and the night sky and pray to Lyra. Just talking about her beauty again and how she just the stars, she just for some reason she feels drawn to them, and it's just how she's just fallen in love with the nighttime sky and just thinks of Lyra every time now.
Awesome.
Oakley also takes some time alone outside of the tent, takes out his leaf that's constantly burning, looks at it, and it looks like the flames have moved a little back. A little less of the leaf is burning than it was yesterday. Puts it back into his pocket, smiles, and then goes back into the tent.
Resmal is also going to do some stuff.
Okay.
He's also gonna go off to his own. He's gonna kind of go back to where he was before and kind of look all the way out at like the open sky and the bridge that they crossed. He's going to write some letters, and then he's going to use what the fuck was it called? Gulder's speedy courier, and he's going to write some letters to Valiant. And then he's going to kind of sit and contemplate everything that's kind of gone on. And he, like I said, I don't know. Oh, that's the wrong spell. I don't know if I can still use this spell after it. Like I said, it says it has a duration of 8 hours, so I don't know if I can like retry to get in contact with that person later or what. The spell doesn't really specify. I don't know if I just lose it the second I quit the dream or what. But,
Yeah, I believe the spell ends when you exit the dream.
okay. Well, he will keep in mind that one, she's alive. And like I said, he's got a lot to think about with the fact that everything he's learned today. So I don't know if he would honestly. He would probably stay up for a little while just because he also didn't really sleep that much the night before. Well, actually, no, I guess he did sleep, considering all the time wonky stuff that happened with Juniper coming back to life and nobody knowing and stuff like that. So I guess he probably would have gone to sleep. He's probably not sleeping too much tonight.
Okay.
However you want to rule that.
Well, I'm asking you right now, are you saying you're going to willingly take a point of exhaustion? Because if you don't sleep, you don't rest.
He probably wouldn't take the full rest. Probably like half of it. There's a lot on his mind.
So long rests, much like us, are necessary for humanoids to live. You can only take a certain amount of short rests before a long rest is required. That's why hit die exist and you expend them, because eventually you would run out if all you did was short rest.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to say that if you're willingly choosing to miss, that you will take a point of exhaustion.
Yep.
Okay.
Either that or I don't know if I could roll for it or whatever, but up to you. If you say it's a point of exhaustion, that's fine. I think thematically and RP wise.
Yeah, I think it fits. I was just letting you know
Yeah.
that hey, there's
Yep,
got to be
I'm fine with that.
consequences for it.
All
Yeah.
good.
Right. So you guys all mark your long rest. You get up early the next day. And here's my updated map, guys.
Hey. Hey, and look at there's my home.
That is definitely a map.
Yeah. I've done some more work to it, so I put a new one on here.
Would Navir would Rasmus get the feeling that if he takes this sword, does he feel like it's a sword just like a regular magic item, or does he feel like it's kind of like a weapon she made? I guess if that makes sense.
It is a weapon she made. It is definitely magical.
Would he?
Requires attunement.
I assumed. Does he feel like if he takes this, Navir is going to know that she's still alive? I guess, or I don't know. I guess with his time with Deoris, would he be able to feel like he could convince? Not so much.
You
like,
have
convince,
believed your whole life that Navir is a god.
for the
So
most part, yeah.
you would probably feel like he already knows in your head. Now, whether or not he actually does,
yeah.
you cannot tell.
I was curious.
By the way, just so you know, so you can write it down now. Now, whether or not you choose to attune to it is up to you. That is the longsword of Aelendrex. Attuning to the weapon gives you proficiency in the weapon if you're not proficient. It is a +2 longsword that deals 1d8 plus your strength modifier damage.
Oof.
It deals an additional 1d6 cold damage on a successful strike. And when you crit with this sword, it has a chance of freezing your opponent in place.
Ooh.
Doesn't say he'll definitely pick it up, but he doesn't. He has reservations about like trying to attune to it, but like you said, I think he already thinks that Navir either already knows what's going on, and he's.
I mean, the sword was offered to you because she kind of thought, hey, Navir gave him a sword, maybe I'll give him a sword, and that'll buy me my life, right? Because you guys, she was more than bloodied, and from her fight with the red dragon, and it wouldn't have been very hard to kill her. I would have made it super sad and super quick. Let's just say that. And
Sounds like my love life.
oh no. And but just because it was offered to you doesn't mean you have to be the one to take it. If somebody else was like, ooh, I want that, they would be able to wield it.
I definitely think I would probably like offer it to Kazarok, seeing how much. I mean, the fact that he got to ride the dragon, I feel like out of anybody, he would probably deserve it. Rasmal doesn't think he needs it or should do anything because he's already mentally preparing that this is going to end badly. I mean, to go, even if you guys don't consider him a god, Rasmal being the way he raised does, and the fact that we're going against a god is not going to end well. So that's what's in his mind. But so
Kazarok would absolutely accept the weapon.
Rasmal kind of figured you would.
Even though he's not really a sword guy.
Yeah.
This is something special.
You gonna eat that?
You gonna eat that?
You gonna
Yeah.
attune to that?
Oh yes. All right, guys. We have reached the point where, unfortunately, we're gonna end for the night and go into Stars and Wishes. Hopefully, John can make it next week, and we all can
Yeah.
be here on time. So our
That'd be
session
right.
isn't so short. But hey, I gave you all that discount for tonight. Hope covers that.
Yeah.
Let's start with Mike tonight. Stars and Wishes, buddy.
Okay. Stars. Really good role play. I really like how you built in the Dragon's Eye flashback into Rasmal. That was really well done. We all each got a chance to speak our bit on role play, so we each got a little bit on that. Wishes. Obviously, we didn't do any combat today, but that was a choice. We chose not to have combat. I am looking forward to some super thick combat.
Oh
next
yeah,
week.
I could show you the map. It's already put together.
Yeah.
Right here. This one's a great one. By the way, all of those are stumps with little frogs sitting on top of them wearing top hats.
Oh,
Hell
Mhm.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Uh,
Other than that, Stars and Wishes good. It was role play, so I didn't really feel an MVP necessarily. But yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's true. Everybody had their say in roleplay. Everybody gets MVP this week.
Right on.
Woo.
Awesome. Eric.
Um. So I appreciate everybody dressing up for Halloween. It was fantastic. You may never see me outside of a t-shirt ever again. So
I'm
here I am. But
screenshotting it in my mind.
no, I had fun. It was understand stuff. Thanks, Devin, for showing up. You could have just said fuck it, and not
I
shown
did
up.
not
But
mean to be this way. I
no,
promise you that. There was other shit
you,
that happened too that I was unforeseen that I was not happy about. That's why I said I'm drinking.
As
life
usual,
life
or hat.
life gets in our way, my friend. So
Yeah.
yeah, but anyway, yeah, I my wish is I enjoy the whole party. I wish we were all together, but crunchy combat frogs next session sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's give Razimal the MVP for making the right decision. Even though I still think his characters, Devin's character, is very much conflicted still, but we didn't kill her, and I was gonna.
Which is
Gazarok
the
was gonna
right
back you up.
fucking choice.
Yeah. So yeah. Other than that, great
I
session,
hope
guys.
the party's ready for the consequences because there's going to be.
Bring
Micah?
on the solar
Will
dragon.
bring on the solar dragon in about 5 levels.
Yeah, I was about to say 8, but yeah, 5, sure.
Yeah, Micah?
Yeah, I thought roleplay was good tonight. Of course, wish we could have played longer. Wish John had been here. So we'd have the whole party. I'm glad that Razimal made the right decision too, because Juniper had her face step to be able to teleport Razimal away, and was going to get in between him and the Silver Dragon and protect the dragon. So
Thanks,
glad
guys.
that glad that didn't happen.
I was just gonna punch him in the
But
face.
she also wanted to let Razimal come to his own decision and not make the decision for him. So
I don't necessarily know if
But-
that's exactly what happened, but we'll go with it.
well, Juniper wasn't trying to go one way or another. She was. That's why she kept asking.
That's not what you fucking said, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
When like
When you said you were gonna stop me if I didn't choose the right choice. So
after I asked you if that's what you chose, and I said, well, that was the right choice then.
yeah. So
But yeah, MVP. I guess Razimal. For making that choice.
Kyle?
I'm so glad to be back. Just go ahead and let that one out there. I have gone through the worst past 3 weeks of my life. I think about this table all the time, and I hated that I had to miss so much. I'm so glad I'm back. First off, I am a sucker for a good back story. I love character detail. I love character building, and that is what this session to me felt like was Razimal's moment in the spotlight, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I loved the flashback, the loving parents, and the basket floating, and that loved it. Loved every second of it. That was my favorite part. I love anything dealing with a character, figuring out what they need to do, the steps they need to take. I love it. So I'm definitely giving my MVP to Razimal for the role play and for yes, kind of having your party because you even said it while you had Razimal kind of sit by himself and kind of make the decision. You said that you trusted your party to help you make the right decision, and I feel like when you walked back into the room, we all kind of took your hand and were like, "Hey, this is the right decision. Let's go this way." And Razimal was like, "Okay, what we need to like take the consequences, and we'll make the right choice." And I love that, dude. That's such good like camaraderie, and I loved it. I loved every second of it. Wishes, of course, always wish this would go longer. Wish John was here. I need my other mother. I need Galestra. I need my other mother. Damn it. I need my other mother. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, MVP to Razimal. The RP was great, man. I loved it.
Yeah, so I've been knowing that this has been coming for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And I was like, Devin's been watching everybody else's story plays out. He probably feels left out. Wait till I drop this thing on him. Because Devin never told me who his parents were or anything in the backstory. I made all of that stuff up tonight
initially we were just
on
gonna
the
fucking-
spot.
Fuck it.
That whole narration and bit, like, that was all just me improvising. Like, I knew kind of what I wanted to do, but every word I said was said in the moment, so that felt really cool that I was able to weave that together and affect Kyle that way. Plus, it's a big, like, reveal for for Razimal, and it looked like you almost got a little bit emotional there, Devin, when I was saying it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was good stuff. So obviously wishes are that John and everybody's on time next week. This is, don't tell the other tables, it's one of my favorite tables to run. So
That's what
let's
you always say.
so let's be here on time so that we can get the full experience, because I really wanted to run this combat tonight, because we were supposed to go from like this super serious like dragon scene, right, and Razimal coming from this flashback into frogs with top hats sitting on top of logs and kind of break the tension. So and the fight is really, really, really fun. So we will get to that next week. Other than that, I will stick around the Discord to talk for a little bit, but we are out of here.
Deuces.
Logs on logs.
Later.